Serviced accommodation can be a beast for cash flow, but it can get nitty and gritty when it comes to making sure that the standards stay high. And this is something that I'm really starting to focus on in my business because we're running about 25 serviced accommodations. We've got check-ins in and out every day, some days 10, 11 in one day. We've got 10 and 11 cleans going off all the time. How do we stay on top of that, okay? And how realistic is it to do that? On this video, I'm gonna share with you what I'm doing and give you a few ideas on what you might be able to do too. I'm Simon, the founder of Rent to Rent 2.0, where we specialize in controlling assets we don't own and cash flowing them through serviced accommodation and HMO. Like that. So if that sounds good, you're in the right place. Smash the subscribe button. Any comments or questions, post them below and hit the notification bell, all that good stuff, so you get notifications every time I drop content, twice or maybe even more going forward a week, okay? Stay tuned. So guys, serviced accommodation is good, but you need to make sure that the properties aren't just good at the beginning, but a lot of our rent to rents are 3 to 5 years. So how are they 2 years down the line? Does that same sofa still do the trick 2 years down the line? And I don't hear a lot of rent to renters talking about this. It's all like, you know, sexy, yeah, we've got these deals for 5 years, but 2.5 years when you need to touch it up, where are we at? So here's some top tips that I'm implementing, and I would love to know what you're doing in your SA business. So comment below with any other ideas that you've got. Number one, and this is key, you need to have an inventory for the property on what it should contain, which items, and ideally some sort of record of the condition every couple of months or whatever, so you can kind of monitor this. Really important. And the easiest way of doing that is having an inventory, okay, and then getting the cleaners to sort of check this inventory at certain intervals. Top tip number two, you need to do quality control of your units. So every few weeks or every couple of months, or how often you feel you need to, depending on your property, your target client, go down there, have a look at the property, look where the wear and tear is, test things out and see how you can improve. And you should also be utilizing your cleaners or your housekeepers to do the same, because they're going to be there way more than you. So when they do a clean and they say, oh, there's a stain on the carpet, they need to be telling you, not only so that you can fix it for the next guest, but also so you can claim off the previous guest's deposit. Number three, reviews are king. So what you need to do is you need to monitor your reviews. And when you see consistent reviews of the same issue, then guess what? You need to fix it. Okay. If one person's particularly picky and you've never had complaints about light coming in through a blind and this one person did, might be able to make it slip. But if 5 people have said, you know what, one tap's not working or it's tight, get the plumber out and check it out. Now, this is all well and good when you've got 3 deals, 5 deals, 10 deals. When you've got 20, 30 deals and you're running a lot of SAs, this gets super tricky. I can't lie. So I've actually hired somebody in, and one of their key roles is quality control. And they go around the property like a guest would, they look at it, they put it on our CRM system, all the pictures, all the issues, we link that with our maintenance team, and then we set out days to deal with that. And then the next evolution of what I think I need to do now is I need to have a full-time handyman from check out 10 a.m. till check in at 3 p.m. to go around and do those more high priority issues as quickly as possible. Now, I have done a video on HMO maintenance hacks, the traffic light system, and that can be implemented with SA, but SA is a bit different, because what might be a non-urgent thing in a HMO, like a cracked toilet seat because they live there, would be an urgent issue in a SA because the guest comes, a cracked toilet seat, unacceptable. So it is quite a lot at the beginning, but utilize your cleaners. Okay, make sure that you get in the properties, or somebody that you pay or outsource gets in those properties. Listen to the reviews, create these quality control to-do lists and follow through and take pride in it. And also Make sure that when walls get marked and furniture gets damaged, you've got a kitty. Stack 20% of your cash flow so that you can reinvest that in the asset, because there's nothing worse than having a property for 5 years, letting it go downhill and then having to spend 5 grand on a refurb before giving it back to the landlord. Do you know what I mean? You might as well do that earlier on as you spend that 5 grand over the 5 years. It A, delivers a better service, gives you better reviews, which means more cash flow, and it B means you've got less of a mountain to climb when you give the property back to the landlord. If you like content like this, I do loads more on my Facebook group, the Creative Cashflow Facebook group. I will hit it in the description below, and I'll see you in the next one.